Hello and welcome to Canva's World, and today we're doing the Big Brother reunion review. Thank you for joining me. Now let's hit it. Let's talk about the Big Brother reunion. Today's episode was basically centered around Deji and Chichi, and I think there's more to discuss today than the previous two episodes, because I think those were just leading into the show properly. There wasn't so much happening. But now that the drama has started, I got you. Now let's talk about the Chichi. And my opinion, first and foremost, I hope that Chichi has healed from that relationship. Every breakup is hard, especially when you really care about that person. And she repeated it enough times today, saying, I really loved him, I really liked him. So that one is for sure. She really liked him. And you know, when a breakup happens, the person who really likes the other person the most is the one who hurts the most. And in this case, I can assure you that it is Chichi. So I really hope that she has healed. I hope that she has moved on, and I hope she's happy now. That being said, let's dig right in. The relationship dynamic from the house, if you saw the show, I saw the show, was never balanced. That's the truth. There was never balance there. It was always clear that Chichi liked him more than he liked her. And that wasn't even the only thing, because there's some relationships where one person likes the other more. But what made it a bit not nice was the fact that Deji would have conversations with other housemates and just be like, you don't do this, stop me, that kind of thing. Like, we saw it, and that leaves a bitter taste in anybody's mouth. That being said, we all have to take responsibility for what we accept and not just blame the other person. And I'm not just pointing fingers at Chichi. Even me, that is something that I've had to learn over time. If somebody treats you a kind of way, if somebody treats you bad, it's not good that they treated you bad, but it's okay. It's also not okay for you to accept bad treatment, because you teach people how to treat you. And if people keep treating you badly and you keep allowing it, then that is it. That means that is okay. So there's that. And everybody in the house kind of knew. And she even said it herself that Bella even tried to come to her and like, okay, are you sure? And Doyin too came and said, are you sure? So sometimes we need to work on our intuition. We need to work on being able to call a thing. And we need to really work on our personal frame. You need to define who you are. You need to know who you are. Because one of the things she mentioned was that Deji convinced her that she needed a therapist. And that thing happens, if that really did happen, it's alleged by her. So, and I know that Deji would differ. He would say, no, that didn't happen. But going by that narrative, that is truly the case. There's a thing called manipulation. And in every dynamic, sometimes if you are in a friendship or a relationship with a manipulative person, they will gaslight you, they will manipulate you, and they will warp your reality, and your reality will become their reality of you. They will project and define you. And if you don't have a strong sense of self, you will shape-shift, you will bend and damn near break to fit into the mold that they created for you. So in life, it is very important to have a personal relationship with yourself, to know yourself, know your flaws, know your triggers, so that people don't start calling you out and start saying this is who you are. Because if you don't know who you are by yourself and you don't define who you are, people will define you. And I'm not saying this to shade Deji or her. I'm just using it as a segue to discuss about relationship dynamics, because that's just who I am and that's how I like to look at things. It's not just about gossip. Oh, this is what happened between Chichi and Deji. What can we learn from it? Drawing from my own personal experience. I mean, I've definitely been in dynamics where I've been manipulated before, and when everything came down crashing, I was broken because I didn't even have any real identity, because I was just trying to bend, shape, shift, and even break just to fit into somebody else's mold. I didn't have a healthy relationship with myself. And I get we all have traumas, we all have childhood wounds. And when we don't heal those traumas, we begin to look for love in empty places. And anybody that tells us something nice or that just seems like something good, even if it isn't, we just want to cling on to that thing so bad. Like, you just want to hold on to that. So it is important to step away when you go through a breakup. Don't just run into another relationship. You are just adding trauma upon trauma. Take a minute, take a beat, refresh, understand what just happened, understand why you feel the way you feel, understand what triggers you. And I mean, I listened to Chichi's story in the house. She has been through a lot. And sometimes things like that can affect your sense of self. And unfortunately, narcissistic people, manipulative people can sense when you have insecurities, and they prey on those insecurities. But that's just me preaching to the choir. Now let's just dial right back to the whole Deji thing. One of the things that was mentioned was that he would play a script outside, and when he's with her, he's doing something else. I mean, I could see that happening, because from what we saw in the house, when he was with her, I mean, it felt like, I mean, he liked her a bit. Then when he was with his friends, he was like, oh my God, she's disturbing me. So, I mean, there's some truth in that. It got even to a point where they were throwing jabs, and Deji was like, this is a poverty elevation scheme for you. That one hurt me. That felt good. Because at the end of the day, it is a poverty elevation scheme for almost everybody that goes on the show. Let's keep it a buck. Even if you have money, the fact that you go on that show means that you still need to grow in whatever field you're in, and you need it to open doors for you. And when it opens doors for you, it's going to also add to your pocket. So whether you are rich or you are poor, it is still going to elevate some level of poverty and add some more money to your bank. So that is not something to shame anybody about. It is a poverty elevation scheme for everybody. If I go to Big Brother today, even though I'm not a pauper, it is going to add more money to my pocket because it's going to open doors. So that being said, I didn't like that. And then she just went through shit and I said that Deji, that, okay, she didn't say Deji, but she said that at least she doesn't want to sleep with older women to make money and stuff. And they're going back and forth. When people go back and forth like this, sometimes it's just that there was a lot of, you know, they had something real. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. My heart goes out to them. This is why I like to block my exes. Because there's nothing good that comes out of related, and I'm sure that they don't communicate that much, but it's just like when they just separate and move on in peace. Because when you begin to have certain conversations, especially when people are not coming to the table with accountability, and it's just you did this, you did that, it's only going to get ugly, and you guys will end up worse, because now that they've insulted each other, now what's the point? So that's the same way to say any relationship that don't serve you, block it, end it. It doesn't mean you don't love the person. I feel like Chichi said it and she had love for him. And sometimes when you see people passionate and angry, it's because they actually had love for the person involved. That's the truth. If you fight with a friend and it really, really hurts you, it's because you had love for them. Somebody you know, like for innocent. From a fight, I even saw a video one time, and the person said, if you are still friends with your ex, it's either two things. I mean, it's either you are still in love with them or you never loved them. So if you never loved them, then it doesn't hurt. Or yeah, you get my point. So when you see people this intense, this passionate, and this angry, it's because there was something there. There's real feelings there, and I sympathize with them. I hate to see a heartbreak. I hate to see somebody go through a heartbreak. But sometimes these things are important for us to see ourselves. Sometimes people show us the parts of ourselves that we hide from. When you begin to see that you are attracting this certain type of, this kind of people, the manipulative people, you're attracting a certain kind of, it's time to look at yourself in the mirror. What are the wounds that I have not healed, that these people are sensing and is making me attract them? Or what is it about them that I'm trying to use to fill the void in my life? Most of the things that happen, it's showing you about yourself. Most of the pain that I have been through in recent times have made me question myself, honestly. Like, that's made me question myself, because I'm just like, okay, there's a pattern here. There is a pattern. And like Robert Greene says, people have pattern. Something has probably happened before, and somebody has done something. A person would have probably done something before and probably do it again. So people, nothing is new under the sun, neither are the traits of people. So if you see that you're repeating the same pattern, you need to look at yourself. I have patterns that I have to look at. Have I solved them? No. But am I aware of them? Absolutely. So hopefully with time, with hard work, and with the help of God, I will be better. That being said, thank you for joining me on today's episode of Canva's World. I hope you learned a thing or two. And I'll see you in tomorrow's review. Thank you.